A drink. We got a long, wonderful night ahead of us, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so glad all of you are bidding on the silent auction items. This is one crowded place. I'm so happy for all the organizers and the families. That we're helping today and this evening. Thank you to Peter Bourne for providing the sound system. Thank you, Peter, very much. We have incredible musicians that are going to be performing all night long here till 9 o'clock or so to help these families. Keep going, keep bidding. Food is $10. Get something to eat, get something to drink. Ladies and gentlemen, if I can have your attention, if that's possible, if everybody can kind of bring their volume down a little bit. We have one of the organizers of this event that is going to speak right now. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a nice round of applause for Mr. John Grants. Come on, John.
Well, thank you everyone for coming out here. I just want to take a second and recognize everyone that's come out here tonight. Your support is really overwhelming. I know when I talked to Cindy, and I'll introduce her in a minute, I said, man, if 10 people show up, this is going to suck. So the fact that so many people showed up, I can't thank you enough. We're here to recognize, Paul, Matt, and Adam, not only as the heroes they are, but also to support the families. Anything you can do. I mean, you can never raise enough money for the families of these three heroes, but thank you all for coming on out here. Real quickly, when we started this thing, George Maverick, who owns Royal Cliff, I've known George for a couple of years. He contacted me and just said, is there something we could do for the families? And we kind of put our heads together. And I'll introduce George in a second, but we decided to have a silent auction and some food and refreshments and stuff like that. If I could get everyone's attention just for a moment, just because I want to recognize some very important people here. George's relationship with Mick Sterling, who was put together the entertainment. You just heard Tim Sigler, and he's got such it's like a Mount Rushmore of Minnesota music, the people that came here and donate their time. And I really thank everyone that came out here. It's a Friday night, these guys could be out making money in different, venues, and they came here free to support the families of these three heroes, so thank you very much. And obviously, you're going to have great music. You need a venue. So George Maverick is here somewhere. If he could just raise his hand. I saw him here a minute ago. George? Well, he's here somewhere. He's a short bald guy. But looking out here now, they could probably like half the crowd. But there he is. There's George. So, again, George has a lot of weddings and stuff like that. So to open up his beautiful event center and do this really says a lot. So I thank him for that. And then my partner in crime, so when we kind of took this on, I've never done this before, and I'm still learning, but I have friends, Kurt and Cindy Thermos. If I can get everyone's attention just for a moment, again, so I can recognize these people. So Cindy Thermos, who's husband is a retired state trooper, and his daughter Ashley is here somewhere. Actually, is here with her family. She's a Burnsville officer, obviously very close to the reason that we're here tonight. But Cindy and I basically kind of put our heads together. She did so much hustling on getting items. She's done something like this before. I never have. So she knows the ins and outs of doing silent auctions and everything. So honestly, this could not be pulled off without Cindy's expertise. So I really want to come on up here. You want to say anything? She's just, like I said, she's really the reason that this thing is going on so far without a hitch. So thank you for that. And you're not the one Rick and sit up here. I do want to recognize a couple people too. Eric at the Vomela companies. He did, I think, a printing. I don't know if is he here? Okay. So I'd like to recognize him. John Rose's wife, Kathy, she did all the sweets. And then also Z's Diner. They donated food. And they're over here in the corner. And again, all this stuff is donated, so I really want to give them a round of applause.
Thank you.
And lastly, all the volunteers. We have people that are out here that are donating their time to do this. Some of them are good friends, some I have never met before. We had people here yesterday, Julie, Billy, and Laura. They're here somewhere. And my wife is here too, Lisa. So we were, quick story, there she is. She's on a scooter. So a couple weeks ago we were in St. John's down on Virgin Islands. And she was dancing, and she shredded her Achilles heel in the Virgin Islands. So we got her home, she had surgery, and now she's on this 6-month healing. So trying to get her downstairs to our basement to help wrap gifts. I gotta throw her on my shoulder, go down there, she does her deal, hops around. I'm out in the middle of the day and I gotta come home to let the dog out to go to the bathroom because she can't. So I really do want to recognize Lisa too for all her hard work, especially on one leg. So anything else? Did I miss anyone? I think that's all I have to say. Cindy's husband Kurt is going to have something to say, but thank you all for coming on now.
Thanks, John. I just want to really recognize John because without him, this would not have gotten going or started. 30 days ago, we were at a funeral. Unwittingly sad that John and I came up with it, or John came up with the idea and asked about this, and I told him, John, you are going to need a lot of help. And 30 days ago, thank you, John, because without this, John Grant is the guy who did all this for us. So thank you, and thank you for those heroes at 80 Military St. Chris and everybody out here to show support for those heroes and the officers that are still working today. We need you more than ever.
One more time, everybody, for the organizing team. Kurt, Cindy, and John, thank you very much. Michael Monroe is coming up next on the stage. Make sure you're bidding, make sure you're donating if you can. There are QR codes all over the joint. Use them, donate, help these families. Coming up in a few minutes, Mr. Michael Monroe.